rocks. Watch me give it more, ain't no match for the grind. All in my prime, let me tell them one more time. We on the climb, we on the climb, we on the climb. Yeah, in my prime.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rockville, Maryland on the beautiful campus of Montgomery College as your Raptors are taking on the Hagerstown Hawks in the second game of our doubleheader here on the MCTV network. My name is Caleb Scarborough, and I am joined by Mr. Andre Anderson. And this Raptors team is currently ranked number 12 in Division II junior college ball, Andre, and they have been absolutely rolling this season, and we expect much of the same here this afternoon.
Yes, we do. The Raptors are on a 6-game winning streak going into today, and also they love playing at home, which I'm sure everyone does. But the Raptors, they are on a 9-game winning streak at home.
This Raptors team has been incredible this season, ladies and gentlemen. They are 19-3 overall. As Andre said, 9-0 at home. They love being in this building. And Andre, we can feel the people in this building. They are right behind us, and it is going to get loud because this is a Raptors team that, to put it just as plain as day, is good. It's talented, right?
Very good. Very good. I mean, hey, only losing 3 games all season, there is no other explanation besides saying that the team collectively is a good team.
So this Raptors team is going to be rocking the black unis with the purple lettering, the Hawks with the white with green lettering. Hawks will be really the underdogs in this one. They are 13-9 overall. They've lost their last matchup, which was on Wednesday, 78-90. They are only 4-5 on the road. So something to keep an eye on early on is this Raptors team jumping out to an early lead. This is a team that scores a lot of points, all right? So the Raptors will be going from right to left here. Our starting lineup, number 0, Cortez Whitney. Number 11, excuse me, Mateus Spin. Trying to get all my numbers in a row here. Dokum, number 32. Number 22, Isaiah Gill, and number 5, Ibrahim Abdul-Mateen Robinson. For the Hawks, we have DeAndre Mitchell, number 10, Tristan Cook, number 12, Najee Allen, number 33, Blamasi Fofana, and number 50, Mason Sword. So, trying to get a last few kinks fixed here before we get this toss. And we are about to be underway here in Rockville, Maryland. Thanks for tuning into this broadcast as the Hawks win the opening tip. So here is Mitchell with it. Raptors in man-to-man. Ball over to number 50, Sword. Screen set. Here's number 10, Cook. Cook for 3. Short. Ball went off the foot of Abdul-Mateen. And that will be a turnover. So Raptors ball, first chance to see the Raptors on offense. And Andre, this is something we're going to talk about throughout this game, is this is really a team that scores by committee.
Yes, they do. But if anybody doesn't know what that means, that does mean that basically everyone has a similar, I would say maybe like the point range, or maybe not everyone, or not a single person is kind of leading the team by a lot of points. Everyone kind of does their thing.
And there's a nice rebound spin hook there by number 11, Spin. And like Andre was saying, this team scores by committee. There's not one guy that really dominates the stat sheet. It is a team effort, and this team effort has been fantastic this season. 19-3 overall. As there's a mid-range shot, too strong, rebounded by Sword. He misses and is rebounded by Spin.
Yeah, can we also talk about the height on this Raptors team? I mean, these guys are tall. Now, I'm an average size human. I missed out on all those, like, the height gene, but these guys are tall.
Should be a good matchup here. As this is a breakaway Layup is good there by number 10, Cook. So Hawks getting on the board there with Cook hitting that layup. Hawks are in a 3-2 zone, something you don't see a ton of. Here's Dokum, he is fouled. Foul is going to be on number 2, Mitchell. It's going to be his first foul, team's first of the half.
Hagerstown's foul on number 2 goes off back to a Raptors ball.
Here's Whitney. Thought about it, had it poked away, bad pass. He saw number 22, Gill, there, but Gill just kind of floated away from it. Neither guy on the same page. Here's Mitchell over to Roundtree. Dribble handoff to Cook. 3, short, Dokum with the rebound. Whitney running the point here. Again, this Hawks 3-2 zone, something you don't see a ton of, but this is a Raptors team that scores a lot of points. Here's a 3, in and out. Dokum not able to secure that one. Grab by Cook, he's looking to push. Mitchell, Raptors in man-to-man. Tosses that one over to Cook. Cook drives right, has space, bounce pass. Into Sword, Sword stuck. In the corner, flings it all the way out to Mitchell. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell, Hezzy, and no foul call. A lot of contact there, Andre.
Refs are going to let them play today, it seems like.
Nice
Big
feed
pass.
inside. What a pass.
What a pass and what a finish. Spin once again doing his thing.
Spin with all 4 points for the Raptors here. That was a beautiful pass there by Whitney. As here's a 3, short and off. Spin wasn't able to get that ball. It spun away from him as Allen picks that one up, and we have a tie game. So again, this Raptors team averages just shy of 90 points per matchup. As here's Spin, he's blocked.
Some good defense right by the Hawks. They have a chance if, jump ball.
Jump ball there between Dulmatine and Sword. A lot of conversations here between Dulmatine and number 2, Mitchell. Nothing there. I mean, just
Energy.
loose ball.
It's
Yep,
energy.
loose ball.
It's all good. Competitive nature about sports. You know. I know. We also have Bradley De La Pena at the end, and he knows as well. As athletes, sometimes, you know, you kind of get things going. You get a little riled up, but it's okay. It's a part of the game. It shows that excuse me.
Mateen?
My team?
There you go.
My team. There we
Yep.
go. He has a lot of energy and he's ready to play today.
So as you mentioned, Mr. Bradley De La Pena will be joining us here in the second half. Excited to have his insights with us. So stay here on this MCTV broadcast. Dokum finds it in the middle. That ball poked away. It's going to go back to the Hawks. Entering for the Raptors was number 1, Christopher Levy. So Raptors in man-to-man. Gill is on the ball. Ball swung over to Sword. Sword drives left, gets past Robinson. Tons of contact, no call, loose ball. Sword finds it again. So a lot of contact there, Andre, but Sword able to power through.
Yes, he did. He sliced through the defense.
Three-pointer. Too strong. Rebounded by Mitchell. And we are going to have a little ticky-tack foul there. That's going to be on Spin.
Yeah, that was a little bit unnecessary, to be honest, but maybe some early game nerves right there.
First team's foul for the Raptors. Levy blows by. Raptors able to get the rebound. Here's Gill with it. Picks up his dribble. Almost a turnover there. Back to Gill. Gill at the top of the key. Swings it over. Here's Levy. Levy, full court pass. Cross court pass back to Levy. Inside spin with a fade. Too strong. Rebounded by Sword. Sword with a couple of big rebounds here early.
Yeah, he's all over the place, but I do like that the Raptors are moving the ball. They are playing pretty organized. Keep moving it until they find the best shot possible. Didn't go down last time, but
Mitchell with a three.
that one does go down.
Huge three there by Hagerstown. That is their first three of the game. Mitchell with the big three. Here's spin. He's double teamed. Stolen. Cook goes up, takes a little bit of contact, able to get it to fall, and the Hawks are up on your Raptors. A quick timeout here from Coach Wise as the Raptors fall behind here early, 11-4. This is a Raptors team that we have talked about how dominant they've been, Andre, this season. A little uncharacteristic here early on.
Yeah, playing at home. I mean, they are 9-0. They love playing at home, but this is a big game for them. Every single game is going to be a big game for them, and everybody that they play knows that MC is ranked, and because of that, they're going to have to be on their what is it? Their
A game.
Their
truly.
A game.
I mean, truly, they're going to have to know that everybody is bringing it, right?
Exactly.
And that's one of those things when you play really well, and a lot of these guys they know each other too. I mean, a lot of these guys have played each other for a season or two. It's a very kind of compact Maryland area.
It is.
So it doesn't take a long time to travel and see other guys. So this is a team, the Raptors, that has just progressively moved up the rankings, and I do think every game they are going to get somebody's best shot.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So 14:24 to go here. Raptors trailing in this one early. Number 11 spin for the Raptors with all 4 points here early on. So checking in for the Raptors is number 42, Kaji. Kaji, this is only his second game of the season. Ball went right off the foot. Kaji gets it, and it may be his second game, but he's ready to shoot, and he gets on the board. Yeah,
just like that, MC has 2 more points on the board, and that was very crucial as the Hawks are rolling.
Here's the dual team Robinson. Ball passed in, and a travel's called on Mitchell. Exactly what the Raptors needed there. Mid-range, another one, back-to-back buckets there.
That seems to be his spot, and I think the Raptors are going to continue to try and find him exactly right there.
Lots of contact there, no call. Mitchell wide open, thought about it, dribbled, he's fouled. He will go to the line. So foul is on, I believe, number 22, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's going to be on number 42. And I want to point something out real quick because I think that number 42 is not Ralph Kaji. I believe number 14, Jordan Alfonso, who's normally number 14, is wearing the number 42 jersey tonight, Andre, because if I heard correctly from the public address announcer, I believe it was Alfonso, he said that's made those shots.
Okay.
So we'll have to confirm that just to make sure, but that may be what's going on. I think Alfonso may be wearing the number 42 jersey.
Okay, that is good to know because I'm also trying to figure this out as well.
Yeah, it was just a little confusing. I mean, we hadn't seen Kaji only in one game, and all of a sudden he's come in and put in a couple of baskets. Alfonso has a little bit more experience, has played a little bit more, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Back to the Hagerstown ball.
Here's Mitchell, he drives, scoop right hand, not able to get it. Raptors are able to secure the rebound. They are pushing it, but it's poked away. Spin able to get it. feed is out. Here's a three, short. Rebounded by number 23, Roundtree. Raptors staying in this man-to-man. Here's DeBose. Screen set by Roundtree. He takes a three. Money. Second three of the evening for the Hawks. And the Hawks up by 8. Here's a three on the other side by the Raptors. That's 2 threes by Lowry in back-to-back possessions. Both of them too strong. He obviously has the green light.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I remember from last season as well. He was knocking down those threes. So even though he missed 2, I'm sure he's going to continue to shoot them.
Dulmatine Robinson, 3. Too strong. Spin able to get the offensive board. Pulls it back out. Here's Levy. Back to Dulmatine Robinson. He drives mid-range and in his face. But he makes the bucket. Tough shot there. And we will have a timeout as the Hawks coach is livid. Coach Hopkins is. And the Raptors now trailing by 6 here. 12:06 to go in this first half. So, Andre, a couple things I want to point out about this team is the 3 losses that the Raptors have this season, all 3 coming from nationally ranked teams.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, right? And their losses, I'm going to run through them real quick. Okay. They lost against McCobb Community College, 77-72. They're ranked number 5.
Okay.
Davidson-Davie Community College, they lost by 3.
Okay.
They're number 6.
Yeah.
So those 2 losses, they lost by a total of 8 points, right?
Okay.
Top 5, top 10 teams.
Yeah.
Then their last loss was against Bryan and Stratton College of Virginia. They lost 84-76, and they are ranked number 25. So 3 teams that they've lost again are quality clubs, right?
Yes. That is very true. But I'll also say this. I guarantee that MC is looking at that and they're saying, we want to be the best, right? And to be the best, you have to do what?
Got to play the big teams.
You got to play the big
best
teams, and
right?
you have to beat the best teams.
Yep.
So I know for a fact they're focused game by game. They're not looking at the past, they're looking forward. Or actually, I should say they're probably looking at the present. Playing the Hawks now.
You told us we couldn't look in the past. If I remember from the first game,
No.
you told us we can't look in the past.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So can't look at the past. We're going to focus on the now. But they're going to want to make sure that they win this game, win games going forward. And those ranked teams that come again in the future, they're going to want to win those.
Nice finish there with the right hand. That's number 22, Horton. Horton's a double-digit scorer. He averages just over 10 a game. Here's Levy with it. Swings it over to spin. In the corner's Lowry. He doesn't take that shot, kicks it back out. Tough pass to Dulmatine Robinson. Boom!
Big 3.
MC3. That's the first 3 of this afternoon for your Raptors. A huge one there as Dulmatine Robinson gets himself on the scoring sheet.
And great defense right here as well by the Raptors. And 1 bucket.
Levy with a tough finish and an and 1 opportunity. Man, what a finish.
Huge 5 quick points by the Raptors to pull themselves right back into this game. If they can knock this one down, Caleb, they'll be only down, if my math is correct.
I'll check it here.
By 2, right?
Hey, well done.
Thank
done.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So that foul is on number 5, Jalen DeBose, his first foul. That is the team's second foul. So for the Raptors, leading scorer so far is Spin with 4. Alfonso also has 4, and we are correct. I've got the official stats
There we go.
here. Huge shout out to my boy Bradley over here highlighting things for us. For the Hawks, leading scorers are Mitchell with 5. This team has really come to play. And again, for this Raptors team, a little unexpected. They definitely were favored in this one, trying to claw their way back in, only down by 3. Mid-shot. What a big shot. That mid-shot range by number 50, Sword. That's a guy we're going to talk about a lot. I just have a feeling he's played so well early on. His offense, his rebounding. MC3, Christopher Levy. Coming off the bench and doing some damage out there.
Raptors down by 2, cutting this lead, keeping the game close.
Raptors have amped up this defense a little bit. Here's Levy. He's driving. Tons of contact. No foul called.
A little bit surprised there.
Here's Pickett. Raptors have definitely picked up the energy here. Pickett with Montgomery Robinson all over him. Drives right. Lots of contact. Kicks it back out. Double team. No travel called. Here's Cook. 10 on the shot clock. Feeds it in. Spin. Left is good. That's a big boy finish there by number 24, Bebane.
That was.
That's a big finish.
That was. I mean, that post work right there, spinning, getting to his left hand, that was nice.
Footwork was beautiful there. Cross-court pass. Montgomery Robinson for 3. It is short. Going to have some substitutions here. So biggest lead, Hagerstown was up by 8 at one point. Raptors have only had the lead right at the beginning of the game. They took that 2-0 lead, and that is all they've had. They've trailed throughout this one. Full court pressure here by the Raptors. Here's Sword, he almost lost it. Mitchell with tons of space, drives, takes a contact, and he will go to the line. Looks like the foul is on number 13, Isaiah Renault. That is his first foul, team's third. Going to see Mitchell to the line here for 2 shots. Mitchell, second leading scorer on this team, averaging just shy of 14 points a game. Mitchell, sophomore out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Andre spent a good bit of time in the first game talking about how close everything was to Hershey's, Pennsylvania.
How close is Pittsburgh to Hershey, you know?
Well, we've got Bradley, our stats guy. He may have to do some more stats work on distances for us. As Renault misses that one, rebounded by Sword, and Andre, we're definitely going to want to talk about Sword.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. I mean, he's been scoring, but also on defense. He's been really doing his thing and applying pressure. Oh, great footwork right
Yeah. Some beautiful footwork there by Cook. Able to spin away from the defender and finish that one with a finger roll. Here's a trap in the corner, dangerous spot, and it is a turnover. Here's Mitchell, feeds it to Sword. Deep 2 is good.
You're right about that, mentioning Sword. He is on fire.
Sword with 6 quick points here and about a half dozen rebounds already. Gonna be whistled on foul on that one. It's gonna be the first foul here on Sword. Team's third foul. Yeah, the ball was definitely on the ground. It's not gonna be a shot. .23 to go here in this first half. Hawks up by 10. Unexpectedly, this Raptors team ranked number 12 in the country. 9-0 at home. They've won 6 in a row.
3 ball.
In the corner, Money! MC3. That 3 there, a crucial 3. Shot made by number 4, Mohamed Lowe, the freshman. Here's Sword. He gets a little space, drives. Too easy.
The defense has to step it up just a bit. Offensively, I mean, they're doing their thing and they're rolling, but defensively, they're letting the Hawks get to the basket.
Yeah, Gill's been beat a couple times by Sword. Here's Gill with it now. Feeds it inside, back to the corner. Another 3 is off. Rebounded by number 22, Horton. Big rebound there by Horton. Drive and a kick. Here's a 3. Too strong. Sword with the board. Inside, wide open.
Wow. The no-look pass under the basket like that? Caleb, that was amazing.
Sword doing his thing and absolutely gutting this Raptors team right now. Foul's going to be on the floor here. Let's see who the foul's going to be on. It's going to be on number 10, Cook. It's going to be his first foul, team's 4th. Spin's going to come back in. So these two teams, again, Hagerstown came into this one 13-9 overall. They lost on Wednesday. They're 4-5 away from home, taking on this Raptors team that has been undefeated here at home, but has definitely brought some pressure into this one. Right now, the largest lead of the game at 11 points. Ball kicked out, spin, three. Too strong. Gill can't quite get to it, and it looks like it went off the foot of Horton. It's going to stay here with ref's going to have a quick discussion. It looked like it definitely hit the foot of Horton.
Yeah, it did. It did.
So staying here for the Raptors. Shot clock is at 20. Here's Whitney. Hawks sticking with this 3-2 zone here, Andre. They have not switched that at all.
It has been working for them, though. It's been working really well, and I'm pretty sure that's why. Foul and one? Oh, no. But I'm pretty sure that's why they've been kind of keeping to that 3-2 zone.
Foul's called on number 20, Silva. His first foul, team's 5th. Is going to send the freshman to the line, Mohamed Lowe. Misses the first one there. Looks like we've got a handful of Raptors wearing different numbered jerseys here tonight. Here's spin.
Oh.
Looked like that ball went off the foot of a Hawk, so it's going to stay here for the Raptors.
Yeah, good call by the ref.
Refs have done a nice job here, and in our first game, I thought as well, of our doubleheader in the women's matchup. I thought it was really well officiated.
It was. And that was a great game as well.
Fantastic game. We'll definitely catch you up on what happened in our first game of this doubleheader. Your Raptors were victorious over the Hawks, and we're hoping to see much of the same here in this game. The Raptors down by 11, and there's a turnover. Allen with a finish, and the lead balloons to 13. Raptors are going to sub in 3 new bodies, going to bring in number 1, the freshman Levy, who definitely brought a spark when he entered the game earlier.
Yeah, he was really on fire behind the three-point line, and they definitely need that, being down by 13 points.
So here's Levy with it. Bad pass from Levy. Feed is good. Easy two-man action there between Silva and Allen. We are going to have a foul here. Gill's going to go to the line. We'll see who the foul is on. Going to have a replay here to see this one. Lots of contact here. Gill wasn't happy with it.
That was a tough foul.
It's a hard foul. It's a hard foul. I mean, I don't think they were trying to hurt him. They just didn't want to get the shot up, right?
Yeah.
But it is a hard foul. So that foul is on number 2, Mitchell. That is his second foul, something to keep an eye on. 16 foul. Fouls were really the story of our first game, Andre. I mean, the women's game, there was a lot of physicality, nothing that was out of the ordinary, just a lot of fouls in that first game. So, interested to see if that carries over to this one.
Yeah, I mean,
referees talk. These are new referees, but they talk in the locker rooms, you know, like, hey, it's a little chippy out there, you know. So it's just something to kind of keep an eye on.
Exactly. I mean, as long as they're playing safe and the players aren't doing anything to kind of like hurt each other, then it's good to play. It's a sport, and everyone plays tough.
Ball poked away. Allen able to get it. He's got space. He loves to shoot. Way short. That's an air ball. So the crowd starts chanting air ball behind us. Here's Gill. Thought about it. Got caught in the air.
Spin.
Spin.
Oh.
Holy smokes.
That had me out of my seat.
Woo!
Great time block.
Beautiful spin move as we'll get a replay. Great camera work here. Spin move by Abdul-Mateen Robinson, and then the swat by Allen. Great capture there underneath the basket. MCTV putting in that work this afternoon. 1v1 opportunity here. Spin, lots of contact, doesn't get called for a foul. Good defense. And on the other end, here's Levy. He loses the handle, and he stepped out of play. Raptors just uncharacteristically sloppy in this one.
Yeah. I mean, it is a very fast-paced game. So I'm wondering if maybe they can try to slow it down. I know that they need 14 points just to tie this game. But, hey, slow the game down. Point by point, play by play, that's what they need to do right here.
That's a great idea and a great point. I mean, this is a team that scores almost 90 points a game, right? To score 90 points, we'll do some more math because
okay, here we go.
You were doing some great work earlier. 2 halves, 90 points. You've got to score 45 in each half, right?
Yeah.
Right now at that 22 mark, so well below their season average right now, okay? So definitely one of those things. Maybe this fast pace isn't working. Maybe you got to switch it up, go a little slow. That's a great idea. Sword loses the handle, uncharacteristic from him. He's been amazing in this first half. Drive, kick. Three, good.
There we go.
C3 by number 21, Ayisi Ito, coming off the bench and pouring in a much-needed 3. Lots of contact there, but a tough finish by Tristan Cook. Every time the Raptors have made a noise, this Hawks team has screeched a little bit louder.
There we go again. MC with 2 points right there. Can they play some defense and try to get some momentum going, because that is going to be very crucial for them.
Sword with tons of contact. We saw his jersey pulled from all the way over here. No call on that one. I was a little surprised. I mean, that jersey was stretched out.
And that didn't bother him at all as he got 2 points in the last play. But a 3-ball here and
Kala's good. It is raining threes inside this gymnasium, ladies and gentlemen, and it has been the bench that has brought the threes for this Raptors team. Every 3 that's been made in this first half has been from a bench player. Raptors looking to push. Great defense leading to almost some great offense. Unfortunately, ball bounced off there. Hawks are going to slow this one down, and we will have a timeout by the Hawks as this lead, the Raptors have trimmed it back down to 10. It was at 14, trimmed it back down to 10, and a lot of it has been that substitutions.
It has. Everyone off the bench has been a spark. And remember from what we said at the beginning of the game, how we said that they score collectively? Well, even the bench has come in and collectively have been doing their thing. So I think either whoever it is, it could be a starter, it could be a bench player, it could be the leading scorer, it could be the guy who scores the least points on the team. It doesn't matter at this point. All they need for his players to step up and do their thing.
Excellent point, and that was something we talked about throughout this. This team is a scores by committee, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one guy. I mean, you have a team that is just consistently good, right? And you have guys that have been consistent all season. And so to see this for the Raptors, that is what they're going to have to do in order to be able to cut back into this lead, right?
Exactly.
So really important next 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Can this Raptors team kind of bring this down to that 5-point mark or lower? This has been quite a shock, I think, honestly. I think the whole crowd as a whole has been a little bit shocked by the score of this one, because this Raptors team is 19-3, right?
Yeah, 12 in the nation. But hey, 10-point lead. Let's see what they do right here on defense, and maybe they can get a stop.
Here's DeBose with it. Sword for 3. Too strong, tough rebound. Here's Cook, back over to DeBose. 3, near side, Allen, too strong. Great rebound there by Spin. Gill, little shake and bake, drives right, tons of contact. He's going to be called for a charge.
Oh. I mean, I get it. We want some points on the board.
Great positioning there There's a good replay here. That's number 24, Mabane, sliding over and drawing that charge. Gill has been a little bit out of sorts here this afternoon. The freshman averages double digits. He's gotten a ton of minutes, a ton of game time this season. He's just been a little bit off, a little bit slow on the offensive and defensive end. 3 minutes to go. Raptors down by 10. Raptors have moved into a 2-3 zone, Andre.
Changed that up in the first half because they were in man-to-man, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Here's Kala with it. He's made a 3. Drives, step, tons
Foul.
of contact.
Wow.
So Kala's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, that was a strong effort by him as well.
Foul is on number 12. It's going to be on Allen, his first foul, team's 7th. It's going to send Kala to the line here for 2 shots. So this Raptors team, Andre, as you look at these stats and look at that scoring by committee.
They really are. And you can point out the rebounds as well. Spins has been doing his thing with 6 rebounds, trying to get after it. 2 defensive and 4 offensive. I always think it's impressive when I see the offensive rebounds because you're not just kind of staring at the ball. You're trying to judge where the ball's coming off the rim, off the backboard, X, Y, and Z. So.
The other thing that really stands out to me, and we want to talk about Mason Sword, number 50. He's 5 from 5 from the field. He has 10 points, 3 rebounds. Honestly, this Hawk team has really come to play. I mean, you look at Mitchell with 7, Cook with 8, Allen with 8. They have brought their A game to beat this Raptors team, but this Raptors team has started to ramp up that defense, and this lead is now down to 6. Great defense leading to some easy offense. Sword with it, cross court to Mitchell. Here's Cook, back to Sword. This 2-3 zone has definitely thrown the Hawks off. Ball screen, roll, kick over, 3, good.
Wow, that was a really
Cameron
nice 3.
Horton answering with that 3. That's Horton's 5th point. Mid-range, short. Dulmatine Robinson gets his rebound. Here's Lowry, kicks it over.
3 ball.
C3.
Way to respond.
Franklin Aisi Ito coming off the bench. That is his 2nd 3 here of this half.
That was a very crucial 3 to keep the game close. And I would like to point out, we always say, you know, good play by the players. Wait, there we go. Great defense. Oh. But I also want to say, great change by the coach, switching from man-to-man to that zone. Coach Jamal Wise has his team playing a lot better after that switch. I mean, that does also equate to why they are 12th in the nation. The players obviously play and do their thing, but we got to also shout out the coach.
And one thing, too, that Coach Wise has kind of done in this game particularly is call on the bench, right? The starters struggling a little bit here for the Raptors, bringing in some guys off the bench like Kala, who hit a 3, like number 4, Pascal, hit a 3. Aisi Ito has hit 2 threes. Jordan Alfonso, he's got 4 points. And so the bench has been huge in getting this team. I mean, at one point it was a 15 points, right? A 15-point deficit, and it really has been this bench that's come in and really kind of set the tone and got the Raptors back on track.
Yeah.
Minute 22 to go here. Raptors trailing by 8. Kala with the ball. Hawks have switched to a man-to-man. Both teams switching up their defense. Here's Lowry. 3, off. Dokum gets the board. Goes up strong, and he's fouled. 2 shots. Dokum. Dokum, I mean, the biggest, strongest dude out there by far, right? Like, truly should dominate this Hawks team that doesn't have the size to match up with him at all.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't much size on this earth that can match up with a guy that tall. So, yeah.
So foul is on Roundtree. That'll be his first foul, team's 8th. Dokum definitely a mountain of a man. Goes 1 of 2 at the line. Minute 7 to go. Raptors trail by 7. The Battle of the Birds here at Montgomery College. Thanks for tuning into this MCTV broadcast on the MCTV YouTube channel. Sword feeds it inside. Good finish.
And a great pass once again by Sword.
Sword to Roundtree, a beautiful finish. Looks like the ball was deflected. It will stay here for your Raptors. Here's Kala. Drives left on Sword. Lots of contact. Great defense, but Dokum gets the board, goes up strong, and he is fouled.
And he is enforcing his will, his height, his strength. You see a little bit of like a little, chest pump, a little head nod. He seems to be feeling it.
So that's 2 quick fouls there on Roundtree. Both of them the past couple possessions on Dokum. Dokum's come in and using that strength. Fortunately, free throw shooting is not his strongest suit. Reminder, you can keep track of all things Raptors by visiting mcraptors.com, as a lot of spring seasons are almost underway, so make sure to check out what's going on around Raptor Nation. 30 seconds to go here in this first half. Raptors trailing by 9. Hawks are going to let this one go down as low as they can. Here's Allen. Switches it. 3 on the shot clock. Drive, kick out, Cook, 3. Way short. That is going to be a shot clock violation. Great defense there from the Raptors.
Yeah, everyone was moving their feet, sliding, doing what they had to do, and a very good way to finish out this half. Wait, what's going on here?
So shot clock violation, they've got to make sure that the clock reset appropriately, so it may have a little bit more than 2.6 seconds on it. This is enough time for the Raptors to catch and take about 2 dribbles. I think they're going to add a little bit of time, and they will. So it's going to be 4.2 seconds on the clock. This is enough time, Andre, to take a couple of dribbles and to get a decent look.
Yeah, this is going to be very important for them to finish out the half well.
So see what Coach Wise has drawn up here for these types of situations. These are the things you want to try out, especially as the season gets closer to postseason play. Dulmatine Robinson inbounds it. Here's Lowry. He's got a chance to get a shot off. 2-1. Reverse is swatted away. Great defense there by the Hawks, not allowing the Raptors to put the ball in the basket, and that is the end of our first half. And Andre, it is a little bit shocking. Your Raptors trailing 38-47. What is going on?
I don't know. To be completely honest, I am not sure. But, hey, I'll say this. Just because you are a ranked team, just because on a piece of paper you are, number 9, number 10, whatever the case may be, that doesn't mean anything. Every single game you play has to be with a lot of energy. Every single game you play has to be one that you come ready. And hopefully in the second half, that is the case for the Raptors.
This Raptors team, 19-3 overall, ranked number 12 in the country. We knew they were going to get the absolute best from this visiting Hagerstown Hawks team, and that is what they have done in the first half. We will have to see this Raptors team come out with a lot more energy if they want to come out victorious. Expecting big things from Coach Wise and this group. They have been electric this season. Thanks for tuning in to this MCTV broadcast here on the MCTV network. Caleb Scarborough and Andre Anderson on the call. We'll have a special guest in the second half. Mr. Bradley De La Pena will be joining us. A reminder to keep track of all things Raptors at mcraptors.com. We'll be back with second half action here in about 15 minutes.
happens to elements under extreme pressure?
They transform, become something new.
Something formidable.
Are you keeping up?
It's not just physics.
It's a metaphor for the Raptors.
Yeah, we are made of something special. More than just a crest on our chest.
Under the spotlight, under the pressure, we come alive.
We're not just playing the game, we're redefining it. With every pass,
Every dribble,
Every set.
and every play. This is not just a game for us.
It's just who we are.
We raise Dallas as we raise the bar. So to anyone who thinks they're ready to challenge us,
bring it on.
We are the Raptors.
we're ready.
We're ready.
Bring it on, we're ready.
One, two, three.
So you don't know what you're gonna do. So many options, but still confused. College degree is on your mind, but where to go, you can't decide. You never know if you never try. So what are you waiting for? It's time to make your move and make your dreams come true. Now is the time to start. No better place for you. So come and be a part of the family here at MC. Come and be a part of the family here at MC. Come and be a part of the family.
this philanthropic donation kicks off MC's first scholarships dedicated to support student athletes.
So our first support of MC students was through the ACES program, which is such a wonderful program. That's been a very rewarding first connection for us, but when it came time for this next gift, I sort of posed to the executive director of the foundation, where's the greatest need? It was a surprise not only to her, but to us that there was no dedicated scholarship for student athletes. So the ability to support athletes in a way that allows them to do this beautiful thing for the college, for themselves, for their health, all at the same time of getting a great education, and that really spoke a lot to us.
I honestly feel really grateful for this opportunity. I feel like it's really going to help out both women and men's soccer, and it's honestly like a really great feeling to like be gifted this scholarship.
For the athletics program, this donation is a game changer.
I am over the moon. This really means a lot to athletics, and it's so generous of them. It helps us with the ability to be able to recruit and give scholarships to international students. And we lost lots of students because they had to work and they couldn't afford to pay the tuition because the parents didn't qualify and so forth. Now we have the ability to say, oh, you don't have to work full-time. You can come on and you know, we'll give you a scholarship. We'll help pay for your books. We'll help pay for your tuition. And it's really helped because we're able to get more student athletes from MCPS as a result of that.
Come to a game. It'll change your thoughts. It's a wonderful place and a wonderful place to be an athlete.
At the crossroads of grit and determination, Montgomery College is home to those whose dedication doesn't rest, and those who don't believe in excuses. The kind of person who pulls the overnight shift, then heads right back to class. Those who know that it's not about the hours you put in, but what you put into the hours that transforms lives. So what are you waiting for? Unlock your full potential at Montgomery College.
In my mind.
How do you define Montgomery College? That's the wrong question. It's not how it's defined, it's who defines it.
This is a turning point. It's a moment to look to the future and reify your purpose.
MC is defined by those who put in the work, from early mornings to late nights, from the classroom to the workplace, with their families, their teammates, and when no one is watching. When our students declare to the world, "I am MC," they stand tall, backed by 1,000 experiences that have shaped them along the way, and alongside those who have walked the path with them.
There may have been moments of doubt when you were frayed by too much responsibility. Some of you have changed majors and found new inspiration. Through it, you have found the courage to surmount obstacles. If you are the first in your family to graduate, please stand up and say, "I am MC." If you earn a high school diploma and a college degree this spring, If you speak more than one language, if you are older than 50 years old, a military service member, an honor student, if you are a parent or a member of the Montgomery College graduating class, please stand up and say, I am MC.
Those who embody our spirit don't just graduate and move on. Rather, they continue to represent us as the designers of change and the leaders that they've been the entire time. We don't just begin to be inspired by them after graduation. It's that in our eyes, they've been inspiring us every step of the way.
Raptor ready, charge it to the game, ready for whatever, just say the name. My eyes are on the prize, visualize the score, never taking breaks, watch me give it more, ain't no match for the grind, all in my prime. Let me tell them one more time, we on the climb, we on the climb, we on the climb, yeah, in my prime.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to second half action here in Montgomery College. We're in Rockville, Maryland. Caleb Scarborough alongside my partner here, Andre Anderson. And Andre, we were a little bit shocked after that first half. This is the number 12 ranked team in Division II basketball. Our Raptors down by 11, at one point down by 15 in that first half. What is going on? I asked you that at the break. You needed some time to think about it, so what is going on?
Okay, so I thought about it, and my answer before was I don't know. And it's still I don't know. You know, I think defense is going to have to be a priority moving into the second half. They did go from man-to-man defense. They switched to zone, and it seemed to work a little bit better.
I agree with that.
But I think if they just played a little bit better on defense, figured that part out, then their offense will be figured out as well, and then they can start to kind of build momentum.
The zone was a huge change for the Raptors. They were man-to-man. They were kind of getting beat quite often off the dribble. Switched to that zone. It did help some. Offensively, this is a team that has been electric this season, averaging almost 90 points a game. That first half, 38. So a little bit below that season average. I'm expecting a couple things here in the second half. One, they've got to figure out how to stop Mason Sword. Mason Sword in that first half, 10 points. Absolutely on fire, and he was doing it on both ends, defensively and offensively. Also for the Hawks, two guys with 8 points, Tristan Cook, Najee Allen, both of them playing fantastic. For the Raptors, Coach Wise had to pull a few strings in that first half. Brought in the bench. The bench huge.
Yeah.
20 points
Yeah,
from the bench in the first half.
Yes, and that's also another point that we made from the beginning, and that is playing by committee, scoring by committee. It doesn't really matter who it is. We just need players to score for the Raptors.
Second half action here underway. Thanks for tuning into this broadcast on MCTV. Tough challenge there. Nice defense by the Raptors. That was number 42, Alfonso. Here's Gill. He had a handful on his jersey.
There we go.
MC3. Christopher Levy. That's 8 points for him now, his second 3 of the night. This Raptors team hit 6 threes in the first half.
There we go again.
Gill with it. Raptors with 2 good defensive possessions. And we're going to have a foul here. This foul is going to be on number 10, Cook, his second foul. Team's first. So at one point in the first half, 6 minutes and 16 to go in the first half to be exact, Raptors were down by 15. Lead is now 6. Levy for 3. Too strong on that one, rebounded by Allen. So let's see what Coach Wise has decided to do here in the second half. This is a team that's only lost 3 games this season. We're expecting a different story here in the second half as the Battle of the Birds here in Montgomery College.
It seems that they went back to that man-to-man defense, by the way, and it has started pretty well.
Little alley-oop action there. Montgomery Robinson to spin. Exactly what you want if you're a Raptor fan coming out of that halftime break. This leads down to 4. Tough drive. Gill pokes it away. Raptors with it now. Here's Spin. Gonna pull it back out. Montgomery Robinson running the offense. Spin. He's wide open. Too short on that one. Rebound by Allen.
4-point lead by the Hawks. Raptors have cut it down to just 4.
And there's a turnover there. It's exactly what the Raptors needed. If you could not draw up a better script for the Raptors as they've begun this second half, a couple of great defensive possessions, a couple of bad turnovers by the Hawks, and the Raptors are finally seeing the ball go through the net, and that is huge because in the first half, they shot 41%, but the Hawks shot a staggering 53% in the first half. That cannot happen at half number 2. Gill from downtown.
Just like that, a 1-point lead by the Hawks. The Raptors have made their way back.
An MC3 there. Gill from way downtown. Here's Sword. Near side. This is Mitchell. Mitchell's got 7 points. Is it going to be 10? Not right now. Gill with the board. Raptors with a chance to take a lead for the first time since the first minute. And tough rebound there by Mitchell. Hawks come back down the court. A little shake and bake. Cook trying to call a timeout there. This Hawks team a little bit frustrated, a little out of sorts. Quick timeout here. See what happens. If you're Coach Wise, this is exactly what you wanted, though. The defensive intensity was better. The offensive shot making, not only just the shot quality, but the ball finally went through the net.
I know. That lid on the net was finally taken off. Look, 1-3.
Great shot there from Gill. That was a deep 3.
Yeah, and I think after the Raptors saw the ball go into the net once in this half, it kind of led to seeing the ball go into the net more often. The defense has been good. They switched back to that man-to-man. It's all they have to do is continue doing what they're doing, and they seem to be in a very good spot.
So if you are just joining us or if you've been around this afternoon, we did have the pleasure of calling the women's game earlier where your Raptors defeated the Hawks 67-55, and that one, Andre, was unexpected. We thought the Raptors would absolutely dominate it, but at one point the lead got down to single digits in that second half, and we thought the Hawks were going to pull out. Raptors were able to push through and move to 14-8 on the season. A great first matchup, and honestly, Much of the same here in the second game. We've been really, we've gotten a real treat here.
Oh, yeah. It's a great way to spend a Saturday, watching some really good basketball, some really good Raptors basketball. The women's got a dub earlier on today. I know that's what we want to see here in this second game.
So men's team here is 19-3 overall, looking for that 20th win of the season. Got their work cut out for them as they were down by 15 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. The lead is only 1 now. Here's Sword. He drives left. Left-handed floater is too strong. He gets his own rebound, kicks it out, over. Mitchell feeds it into Sword, who gets fouled. That one is going to be on the floor.
But once again, though, Sword is everywhere. Even missing his own shot, the man gets his own rebound. That shows you how much energy and drive that he has today.
So first foul of this half for your Raptors. Inbounding it will be Mitchell. Almost threw that one out of play. Here's Sword, swings it over. Raptors are in that man-to-man. Nice screen there by Sword. The reverse layup is no good. Rebounded here by Dulmatine Robinson. He throws that one off the hood of the foot of a Hawk.
The Raptors have a chance right here to take the lead. Let's see what they do.
Here's Gill over to Levy. Levy's hit a couple threes this afternoon. Here's Gill. Kicks it out to Levy, almost a turnover. Dulmatine Robinson, 10 on the shot clock, turnover. Here's Cook.
Good block.
What a block there by Levy, sky and high, and swatting Cook. Gill with a huge bump, and he throws that one away. What a defensive effort there by number 1, Levy, sky and high.
And here is the block on the replay. I could never jump that high.
MCTV with some beautiful camera work there. Man, pay that man under the basket some more money because he is getting some killer shots this afternoon. Here's Cook, swings it over to Sword. Sword doesn't use the screen. Left hook is good. That was high off the glass. Sword now with 12 points. 3 in the corner is good. MC3, number 22, Gill, hitting another 3, his second here in the span of 2 minutes. Raptors tie this one up. Nice layup. Spin able to get the board. Raptors with a chance to take a lead. Gill's hit a pair of threes. Almost threw that one out of play. He's had a couple of bad turnovers. Thought about it. Jab set, feeds it inside. I love that pass.
Oh. They loved going to that in the first half. That little bounce pass into number 42.
3 is good. What an answer there by Najee Allen, hitting that 3. Allen now with 11 points. 2 of the Hawks in double digits, Sword and Allen. Raptors doing it by committee. Alfonso takes a huge hit. No foul called. Here's Sword behind the back, almost loses it. Takes a bump, lays it up. First layup is no good. Allen gets it, blocked by Dulmatine Robinson. Not able to get it, ball poked out. Whose is it? Referees are going to have to discuss. I think this one may have gone off the Raptors.
Okay, I guess they're saying it was off on the Hawks last. Raptors
ball to the Raptors, yep. From this angle, it looked like the Raptors touched it last, but hey, we'll take the ball. 14:30 to go here in this second half. A reminder here, soon we're going to bring in an expert in all things statistics. Mr. Bradley De La Pena will be joining us here in a few minutes. Looking forward to having him here for this broadcast.
And one.
My goodness.
Huge play.
Number 11, spin, absolutely getting this crowd off their feet. Here's the dunk and the finish with contact. What a play there by Spin. He took a ton of contact, but was able to finish through it. That foul was on number 2, Mitchell, his 3rd foul, team's 2nd. Exactly what the Raptors needed there, Andre.
Yes, it was, and that tied up the game. They're looking to play some good defense right here to get the ball back and to potentially take the lead, which I don't think they've had since, what, like the first basket of the game or something?
A minute into the game, exactly. They were up by 2 at the very beginning of this game. So, again, they've battled all the way back. It has been an electric game here. And this is really, I mean, I love this time of the year. A lot of people talk about January and February being such hard months, and, you know, it is. The days are shorter. They're not super long. It's freezing cold, all that. But the college basketball scene, from junior college, NAIA, D3, D2, D1, men and women's basketball, this is some of the best time of the year, truly, if you love basketball, because we are getting closer to March.
Yeah.
We're less than a month away, right? And so you get to see just great basketball. Both teams have figured out their identity, and you just get to see hoops. And that is such an awesome thing that we're kind of privileged to be able to sit courtside to be able to do that. But man, what an exciting game we have on our hands right now.
Very, very exciting. And like I said before, this is a good chance for the Raptors right here. If they can play some good defense, potentially get the ball back.
So as the Hawks inbound this, ball's going to be poked away. That'll give us a chance to introduce you to someone that's been sitting right next to us this whole game and our prior game, giving us some great stats, Mr. Bradley De La Pena. Bradley, welcome back. We're glad to have you, man. What have you kind of noticed? What have you been kind of taking note of over here as you've been sitting courtside with us?
I've noticed that number 50 Sword is just really balling out there. He's the one. He looks like high school LeBron back then day. They're wearing the iconic goggles and green jersey. Another 2 points by 23.
Yeah, tough finish there by Horton, but that one really started by what you were talking about, Bradley, with Sword. He was able to get that rebound. Second chance points have been huge as Gill misses that mid-range shot. For this Raptors team, just haven't been able to get over that hump yet, Bradley, and you've been keeping a look at a lot of the stats and stuff, and a couple of things that I noticed that you highlighted was really the 3 points for the Raptors. The Raptors have hit 8 3-pointers in this game.
Yeah, that's all because of Gill. Like, Gill has been going out there at 3-point line. He finds his spot, shoots it, he makes it. Like, he's just compared to the first half, the percentage was really low. And then you check back in second half of the current time, it just bumped up way much. Gill has just been putting out the numbers there.
So a couple of interesting stats of this second half. In the first half, Hawks were shooting almost 54%. Second half, they're shooting a paltry 0 for 6 from the field right now. So really something to keep an eye on as this Hawks team has gone kind of in a drought, but that's a testament to this Raptors defense. Alfonso drives, tough finish with the left hand.
Very nice, very nice. Since Alfonso has been in, or I should say every time that he has come in, he has been a spark plug for the team. He does kind of find his way in the paint, loves to kind of move and groove around there, but hey, let's keep finding him. Let's keep giving him the ball. Oh.
Going to be a foul here, probably going to go against Levy. Double check. Excuse me, it is going to go against Levy. It's going to be his first foul, team's second.
Yeah, compared to the first game we have with the women's, the men's game are not having much foul troubles compared to last time.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Very good point. There were a lot of ticky-tack fouls called, and just fouls in general in the first game. But this game is a lot cleaner, which is always good to see.
10 on the shot clock here. Here's Cook. We have a tie matchup between the Battle of the Birds here. Here's a deep three, way too strong. Rebounded by Allen, but it's poked away. Here's Gill with a breakaway.
Good
nice
basket.
Finish with a left hand. Raptors take their first lead of the night since the first minute.
Play by play. That's going to be what's crucial today.
Here's Roundtree, dribble handoff. Cook, Hezzy, drives in, bounce pass. Here's DeBose, he drives baseline. Nothing there, brings it back out, 10 on the shot clock. Roundtree has Gill, shimmies, mid-range is good. It's a good-looking shot there from Roundtree.
That was a phenomenal shot over his man. I would not take that personally, but he made that and made it look so clean.
Got to make tough shots if you're going to knock off the number 12 team in the country.
That is so true.
Gill's calling for the screen. Alfonso can't get there. Gill guarded, hands it off to Dulmatine Robinson. Shake and bake, goes left. Blocked! Nice defense there from Allen, getting a hand on that one, keeping from fouling. Shot clock is at 4 seconds.
You know, I think ever since they went back to the locker room during break time and halftime, they just really started working on their ball game. They started putting man-to-man. They started getting the defense together, and then, now they've actually cut down the lead. So far, they got tied.
It's a tough shot, but the shot clock counting down. Had to get something up. Here's Cook, back over to Allen. Raptors staying in this man-to-man. Screen set, drives right. Fade away, foul. DeBose definitely took a hit on that one. Not only did he get hit in the arm, he got hit in the face as well. So that foul is going to go against Gill. It's going to be his second. Here's a nice view. And I'm telling you, MCTV has been on it with these camera angles, man. These quick replays and stuff, y'all are absolutely killing it this afternoon. A reminder, keep track of all things Raptors at mcraptors.com. Your men's team will be back in action on the road tomorrow as they're going to take on Westmoreland County Community College. And keep track of everything going on with the spring seasons. Baseball, softball, all sorts of things going on. The best way you can keep track is on mcraptors.com and also by following MC Raptors on Instagram. Dulmatine Robinson here, kicks it over to Gill. He calls for the screen, takes it, feeds it into Alfonso. He's triple teamed, poked away, but there's a foul. Generous call here, I think, by the refs.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of hands in the paint right there. Everyone was trying to go after that steal. But MC
it was just a matter of time.
I mean, hey. Aggressive defense right there by the Hawks.
I think the Hawks are really trying to lock down Raptors over here so they don't get any more leads.
Spin with it. Bad pass there. And unfortunately for the Hawks, DeBose threw that one at the ankles of Sword, who's been fantastic this evening, just not able to snatch that one. Raptors with a second chance here. Dokum's going to re-enter. We saw him in the first half, Andre. We talked about it. He seemed to really bully his way around it when he was in.
Yeah, and that's going to be a very important part when he enters this game right here. Can we find him down low in the post, and can he use his size to try and get an easy bucket?
Ball thrown in. Dulmatine Robinson drives on Sword, spins with the left hand, and good.
No foul? Oh, wow.
There was no foul call. That
Tough
was
finish
outrageous.
there.
I'm telling you, the fans are going to be fuming with that call. With no call, I mean.
Yeah, tough call there. Dulmatine Robinson finishing through the contact. Drive, tons of contact there. No call again. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Raptors, and it is getting a little testy in here. Here's a tough finish by Dulmatine. It's a tough finish with the left hand, spinning. Tie matchup here in Rockville, Maryland. Caleb Scarborough, Andre Anderson, and Bradley De La Pena on this call with you. Gill takes a huge bump. He throws it to Dokum way too hard. Dokum not able to handle it. Here's Sword, drives, left hand, tons of contact, blocked.
And there is Dokum, exactly what we're looking for, the physicality down low.
Exactly right. Tough pass there by Gill. It's back-to-back bad passes from him. He needs to slow it down. Turnover. Great eyes there by DeBose, seeing that one and snatching it out. But Bradley, back-to-back kind of bad passes there from Gill.
Yeah, it's a little tough here. But I have noticed that the Raptors have been doing a lot of more blocks recently this half. I'm just being rejection, and they be able to get the ball. Slowly but surely, the Raptors are trying to chip away the tie game, and then hopefully we win.
Air ball there by Allen. Raptors going to have the ball again. This Raptors team, the number 12 ranked team in Division II junior college ball. 19-3 overall. They have won 6 in a row. Their 3 losses coming against teams ranked in the top 25. So this is a tested team that's getting tested here this afternoon. Lowry with a turnover, and we have a scuffle. Referee is able to separate everybody here.
I don't think Lowry was trying to do no harm.
And here's the replay of the scuffle. Everyone's kind of going for the ball right there. Heat of the moment.
So double check here what the referees end up calling. Should be Hawks ball. Lowry did have the turnover and then committed a foul. I have not seen any initial indications here from the refs. They're going to meet real quick. Lowry just a little sloppy with it, turned it over. He has not been on his A game tonight. He's missed a couple of shots and has been thrown out a little bit of sorts. Lowry, a guy that averages 8 points a game. So foul is on number 20. And I think it's going to be called a flagrant foul. Oh. We're going to wait and hear what is officially announced. But from our vantage point over here, it looks like the foul is on number 20, and it might be a flagrant.
I think they are going to sub him out. Yeah, good. He goes back to the bench. They are going to be a little careful where the Raptors team are.
So referee's still kind of sorting things out here. But it looks like number 5, DeBose, is going to go to the line. It looks like it is a flagrant foul, so DeBose will get 2 shots, and the Hawks will get the ball back. DeBose misses the first. One of those things that tends to happen, especially in the junior college game, gentlemen, the ones that I've called over the past handful of years, is games get a little chippy on the men's sides, and so I fully expect to see the referees be a little bit more picky on some fouls. So let's keep an eye on that as these fouls start to rack up, mainly because you just don't want to lose control of the game, right? And so something to keep an eye on. I've seen it play out throughout my years of announcing.
Full court press, it seems like, from the Raptors.
Yep, going to apply a little bit of full court pressure, going to drop back, stay in that man-to-man. Here's Mitchell. Screen set, Mitchell takes it, drives right, tons of contact. And there's that foul I was talking about, gentlemen.
Yep. You just have to slide your feet. I mean, obviously, it's not just slide your feet because it's a lot more difficult than that. But both teams are playing fast. Both teams are playing quick. And if you're not going to slide your feet and get into position, the refs are going to call it.
And the way you kind of attack this this whistle that's going to come into play is you drive the ball to the basket. Make the referees blow the whistle. And they want to blow the whistle, right? Because they want to keep this game in control. Make them. And what I mean is drive the ball hard to the basket, because that whistle is going to be very, very generous right now. Turnover. Levy, breakaway. Goes up. Oh my goodness.
And one. That is just something you don't see a lot.
Finish. Number 1, Levy, skies high.
What
and
a dunk.
Throws that down.
That is poster number 1 for this game, and I love it. I love it.
Replay brought to you by the great camera work, and here it is.
Woo! Insane
We got
dunk.
that slam attack right there.
Beautiful finish there by Levy. That foul is on Roundtree. That is going to be his 3rd foul, and the Raptors with authority taking the lead back.
Yeah, the momentum has shifted over to the Raptors because of that play. Everyone's on their feet. The Raptors fans are on their feet. Everyone is just hyped.
It's a big free throw right here to put them up by 2 points. And there we go.
Levy has been a huge spark off the bench. I mean, he has brought the energy with 3s there in the first half, a 3 and a dunk here in the second half. He has been fantastic for Coach Wise, a great substitution. Here's Sword, kicks it out. DeBose with it. Allen loves to shoot. He drives. Levy's all over it. Poked away at Montgomery Robinson.
Spin.
Takes it.
Foul.
And foul.
That was a hard foul, too.
So that foul is going to be on number 5, DeBose, his 3rd foul.
He's going to shoot 2 free throw shots.
Dulmatine Robinson at the line here for 2 shots. You can feel the energy in this building, man. It is just a palpable feeling. The Raptors fans have honestly just been waiting for this, right? I mean, this is a team that is 19-3, that has been fantastic at home, 9-0. It's what's expected, right? And to fall behind 15 in that first half, and to now have a 3-point, maybe a 4-point lead, you can just feel almost like this sense of relief, kind of.
There we go.
Yeah, ever since they went back to the locker room and when they came back in the second half, I feel like it was a wake-up call for them. All those missed shots, the devastating blowout lead from the Hawks. But ever since they got back for the second half, they've just been on it. They've been doing the work, got it. So it's a sight to see.
Full timeout here by Coach Wise. Raptors are up by 4, 8:19 to play. This Raptors team battling back, as we said, by 15 with 6 minutes to go in that first half, have taken their largest lead of the game, Andre, of 4 points.
It's about time, I would say. Hey, I mean, look, it has been a rough game, but these are games that they'll look back at. I mean, I'm not trying to say that they're going to win or, lose. I don't know right now. But what this game is going to be is one of those games that they look back at and say, okay, we can win games and blow teams out, but we can also come back from times that we're down by 10, down by 12, down by 15 even, because they fight and they're determined.
Got a question I'm going to ask Andre here in a second, but just want to give you another quick reminder to keep track of all things Raptors by visiting mcraptors.com. Thanks for tuning in to this MC TV broadcast on the Montgomery College Raptors YouTube channel. Glad to have you here with us. Your women's team defeated Hagerstown earlier today and moved to 14-8 overall. And Andre, my question to you at the end of the first half, beginning of the second half is, what is going on? And now that we've seen the Raptors kind of bring themselves back from that huge deficit, what has kind of been the catalyst for that, in your opinion?
I would say defense. Defense wins championships. Now, there is no champion after this game, but I'll say defense will win the game today. And that has seemed to be what they're bringing in the second half. Now, there was a basket just scored right there. Defense was not the best there.
I mean, beautiful shot, though.
It was. But overall, look at this. Oh!
MC 3. And one opportunity for Mr. Ayesi Oto.
That's a huge 4-point play right there if you can make it.
4-point opportunity, Bradley. You were exactly right.
Caleb, can I change my answer? Can I change my answer from defense to, I think it's the bench. Bench energy and bench scoring.
Hey, I think you can add both of them.
Here we go.
That is what we've talked about. We talked about when we came back from break. This Raptors bench has been critical. Dokum. Fouled and will go to the line. And Bradley, I saw that we had some stats delivered over to here. Is there anything that kind of catches your eye that you're kind of noticing as the Raptors have Dokum going to the line here for 2 shots?
Yeah, I've noticed the Raptors have been fairly generous with everyone, giving everyone a chance to score. Compared to the Hagerstown, which obviously the lead scorer is Allen and Sword with 11 and 12 respectively. that's just like, that's a big difference between team play and star players. Like, you could tell who are star players and who are mainly team players.
And Andre, that's something we talked about this Raptors team at the beginning of our broadcast, was this isn't a team that has one or two guys that do all the scoring. It is truly a scoring done by committee, and that's really the case tonight. I mean, the Raptors have gotten contributions from a plethora of individuals.
Yeah, they really have. Free throw here missed by Dokum, but it's okay because why? As he's come into the game, he has been doing a lot down in the post. Physicality has been really impressive, and you are seeing, as you're actually counting out right now, how many players have scored?
Nine guys for the Raptors. 9 different players for the Raptors have scored, and I mean, that is a testament to several things. One, guys buying in. Two, having the depth that Coach Wise has on the bench to be able to bring guys in to keep the level of play like it has. And this Raptors team has built a lead to 6 points, so it has been a 21-point swing here from the 6-minute mark in the first half. This Raptors team, ranked number 12 in the country, showing you why at the moment.
Wow.
And one, you are kidding me.
Circus shot.
What a finish. Man, we have been treated to some unbelievable shots here.
If I could butt in, if you notice on the player stats at the moment, there are 3 people with double-digit scores. 3 people with 11 points. That's just amazing team play right there.
Really a circus shot finish there by Cook. He has a chance at a 3-point play. Can't make that happen, and that is something we're starting to notice. The free throws have not been as generous in this second half for the Hawks.
Yeah, after going 6 for 6 in that first half, they were just perfect. Now they're obviously leaving some points on the courts.
So notice the Hawks have switched back to that 3-2 zone. This is something to keep an eye on because the Raptors struggled with that in the first half. Kala not able to finish. Dokum is fouled. That foul should be on the floor. See who the foul is on. Foul was on number 1. Said foul is on number 1. There is not a number 1.
Okay.
Player number 1, if you could show yourself right now.
Yeah.
So Dokum's at the line for a 1-and-1. We're trying to get clarity on who the foul is on. I believe it was on number 2. I'm going to confirm that real quick, and it looks like it is on number 2, Mitchell. Referee threw up 2 1s next to each other instead of just the number 2, so it's a different way of.
I mean, hey, to each his own.
We still haven't gotten the official update, but I do believe.
Nope.
Yeah, it's going to be a lane violation.
Huh. No basket.
So no basket. Ball is going to go back to the Hawks here. A little bit of confusing stuff going on. We'll try to get you back on track, but second free throw waved off. Hawks ball, Raptors up by 5, 6:40 to go. Your Raptors are trying to move to 20-3 overall. Here's Mitchell. Loses his dribble, ball's poked away. Horton with it, back to Mitchell. Mitchell with a wide open mid-range, he's short. Dokum with a big board.
Dokum has been playing huge ever since he came back off the bench. Real physical grabbing rebounds, and he's also, look at him calling for the ball down there in the paint. 3 ball.
3. Oh. Air ball there by Abdul-Mateen Robinson. Sword with the board. We have not talked about Sword much here the past 7 or 8 minutes. He has been a little bit non-existent, which is shocking because of how critical he was to the success of the Hawks. Nice floater there from the paint by number 10, Cook. Gill and Spin going to check in at the next dead ball opportunity. Here's Levy. He's been critical. He splits the defense. Left-handed layup is good.
That was nice. Very impressive.
And you know me, I love shots like that. The crazier the shot, the better. You can make it, that's on you.
Nice spin step through by Cook. He lays it up short, though.
Dokum, another rebound.
Exactly right. Dokum and Levy really making an impact here. This high ball screen was working. Here's Levy. Could have been an offensive foul there. It's not called. Call a terrible pass inside. That's going to be a turnover.
Got a little too excited there. Got a little too excited.
Nice finish there on the replay, and great work again. Our camera crew here at MCTV.
Yeah, I've noticed they started doing full court presses now that the time is closer to the end. I feel like that's a common theme towards both the men and the women's team, where they will do a half full court press the moment it's a high intensity game.
Yeah, good point.
Mitchell pulls up from deep, in and out. Sword gets the board. Goes up, tons of contact, no call. Spin hits the ground, still no call. The ball is rolling all over. There's bodies on the floor. I think Dokum is going to be called for fouls. He literally jumped over the top of Cook. Cook took a knee, though, right to the head.
Oof.
That's not going to feel good with a big man like Dokum.
Yeah, not at all.
Looks like Cook may be okay, though. He definitely took a hit here. Trying to get this floor cleaned up.
Quick look.
Watch this ball just keep rolling. The bodies are just hitting the floor. Everybody battling.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul there on Dokum for sure. Both the teams are in the bonus. 1-and-1 opportunity here for Cook. Still trying to shake off that absolute tree that fell on top of him. That is Dokum. That was Dokum's only his first foul. Is the 7th foul on the Raptors. Checking in, Andre, somebody you've talked about quite a bit here, number 42, Alfonso.
Keep an eye on him. I guarantee. I may not say it too loud, maybe the Hawks will hear me, but I guarantee they're going to try to find him down low. Maybe a little turnaround. He's left-handed.
He's been really effective in this zone situation, getting right there in the middle of that zone where he is right now.
Yep.
Switching. Gill drives, picks up his dribble.
What'd I say?
Kicks it out. Dulmatine Robinson, tough look. Gets his own rebound, goes up and
there
finishes.
We go.
Tough little putback there by Dulmatine Robinson, getting his own miss. Raptors up by 5.
Ooh. 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 Wow.
A collective ooh from the crowd as number 2, Mitchell, does a little razzle-dazzle, spins around the defense and makes a tough look. And Gill
3 ball.
Off on that one, rebounded by Spain, kicks it back out. Here's a 3, blocked.
Blocked.
Gill gets the rebound. Alfonso thought about it, drives, almost lost his dribble. What a block. What a block there by number 22, Horton. Mitchell wants it. Sword can't grab it. Ball's poked over to Dulmatine Robinson.
And this is where I think tempo is very important. Controlling the game and the pace of it can be very crucial.
Fonzo.
Relax, there we go.
Loses that one. Cook took a stumble, and he's stuttering around here. Cook does not look to be okay. He's got a major limp going on right now. Got a whistle here. Looks like they were checking on Cook because he was not in great shape. Stumbling around a little bit. Again, he did take an absolute beating whenever Dokum fell on top of him. Talking at probably, what, 100, 150-pound difference
yeah.
between those two guys. So Cook looks to be all right. 3:13 to go. Raptors up by 3. The number 12 team in junior college ball trying to hold on against an upset-minded Hagerstown team. Here's Allen, near side. Mitchell with it, takes the string from Sword. He's got space, drives, kicks it out. 3 in the corner, off. Sword gets it. Throws it back out. Terrible pass there. You want to get to it, though. Do not want a fast break opportunity.
Especially not with Levy right there. He saw that ball, came in running. He knew, I'm going to get this done one more time.
And we know Levy, he is looking for the showman finish, that's for sure. We've got a timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout here by the Raptors with 2:46 to go.
Yeah, I have noticed that the Hagerstown's ball handlers are really nice.
Yeah.
They're really nice. It reminds me of my old day, you know, when I crossed up. There's one person, I wouldn't say who it is, but they're a player right now, you know, but back in my day, I would used to do those.
Back in my day. The youngest guy at the table was saying back in my day. What is going on with this?
I don't know. That's.
I used to play with big men. That's what I can say.
Oh, my goodness.
So Raptors coming back in this one. They were down by 15. Lead is 3. At one point, they were up by 5. So it's been a little bit back and forth here. It has been a fantastic afternoon of basketball out here in Rockville, Maryland, on the beautiful campus here at Montgomery College, where we have seen a great first game of our doubleheader, and the second game has lived up to the billing as well. Andre, we have been treated to something special, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens down the stretch. And so, when you look at the Raptors, you look at the guys off the bench that have come in and really made an impact. What do you think for the Raptors has really been the catalyst? When you talk about these guys that have come off the bench, who do you really see has been like the catalyst?
Levy for sure. Christopher Levy, number one, has really been a spark plug. Has really been a playmaker. And like you said before, showman plays. I mean, he had the big dunk. He had the really acrobatic layup.
Couple threes in there. Yep.
So I'm sure that they're going to try to continue finding him, and I'm sure he's going to continue to try to playmake as he has the ball.
Dulmatine Robinson, tough finish, not able to get it. Ball rolls off. Mitchell with the board. 2.5 to go here. Raptors have 3 guys in double digits. Hawks also have 3.
Good block.
Alfonso with the block. Raptors with numbers. Dulmatine Robinson goes up, swatted away. Back-to-back defensive possessions on each side of the court. Rejection after rejection. Here's Dulmatine Robinson going up strong.
Ooh.
But a fantastic block there by number 22, Horton. He's had a couple of those this afternoon.
Yeah, both teams are just thriving with defensive stats right now.
Gill too strong. Ball is poked away. See who it was last touched by. I believe it was off the thigh of a Hawk. It'll go back to the Raptors. So Levy with 13 points. Dulmatine Robinson with 13. Aisi Ito with 11. That's another guy that's been big off the bench.
Yep.
Levy with it now. Hawks have gone back to this man-to-man. That's a moving screen. Alfonso's going to be called for that one.
And I guarantee their coach is not happy about that.
Yeah, their coach is stomping his foot. He is not happy at all. Both teams are bringing out their defensive powers right now. They're both maxing out. They're in the zone. They are in the zone, I tell you.
Under 2 to play here. Raptors holding on to this one. The number 12 team in the country trying to move to 20-3. Here's Allen. He drives. Head fake, misses the layup. Sword trying to swat it away, not able to get it. What a missed opportunity there by Allen. Cook takes another hard fall, and that's going to send Levy to the line here as both teams are in the bonus. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation.
Every point at the free throw line is going to be crucial for both teams as this game is under 2 minutes and the score is very, very close. The free throws, so hopefully they are free.
I agree. I think both teams should be really careful on how many fouls they're going to give, because fouls are really crucial at this point of the game. So it is not something you need to take lightly.
Cook's got 4 fouls. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and that is going to go to the Hawks. Nice effort there by Spin. He looks to be in a little bit of pain here. Took a hard fall. It's one of the things that you hate to see when your coach is one of your players miss the front end of a 1-and-1.
It's a little funny how I'm looking at the play right now, and everyone is at a single file line. It is just something else. I have never seen this type of defensive play in my life.
So Hawks inbounding it here, down by 3. Full court pressure here by the Raptors.
Now remember, you do not want to give another foul.
Here's DeBose with it. Needs to get it across half court, and he does. Here's Mitchell. Drives, almost loses it. Drives left, tons of contact from Gill. No call. Alfonso, great defense. Rebound by number 22, Horton. And he puts it back in. That's a tough rebound and put back to bring this to a 1-point lead for your Raptors. And Horton has been fantastic down the stretch. Here's a replay of this tough board.
Over 3 Raptors as well.
Horton has been fantastic here the last few minutes. He's in double digits now. He has 3 blocks on the night, and he has brought this lead to 1 for your Raptors. Timeout here by the Hawks. Raptors are going to have the ball. Andre, what are you looking for here from Coach Wise on this next possession?
Control. I'm looking for control. They're up by a point. There's no need to rush. You're winning the match so far. There's no need to rush. Let's find someone that's open and let's get a good shot. That's what I think needs to happen.
And Bradley, when you look at this Hawk team, are you expecting them to come out back in the man-to-man or into zone here?
Man-to-man is a good defense, but I feel like 2-3 zone is the best defense for when you're down a point, especially in crunch time. Okay, you do not want to give a foul, and man-to-man is the easiest way to grab a foul since everyone's running around. But with a strategized 2 to 3 man zone, you can easily defensively lock down the opponent and not give any fouls.
So Raptors will have the ball inbounding underneath their goal here. Both teams are in the bonus. Possession arrow does favor the Hawks. So Dulmatine Robinson inbounding this, 1:15 on the clock. Levy with it now. Hawks are in the man-to-man. Ayesi Ito drives, lays it off, spin with a layup. What a beautiful play drawn up there by Coach Wise and executed to perfection.
Very good play right there. A little handoff right there. Spins with the bucket and
tough block there. What a block by Dulmatine Robinson and spin. And the Raptors are up by 3 with 45 seconds to go.
Now remember, they should not give out any fouls. Keep the calm down.
3 ball.
Open 3.
Let's go!
MC3!
Let's go!
Ayesi Ito off the bench, and he has put the Raptors up by 6 with 30 seconds to play.
You love to see that happen.
Foul here on Gill. That's going to be his 3rd foul, as here is the 3 by Ayesi Ito. He was wide open, and he made the Hawks pay.
Exactly what the Raptors were looking for. 6-point lead, 27 seconds left. Mitchell is on the line, so he can cut this lead, but it's okay. Still in a good place right here if you're a Raptors fan.
If he tries to intentionally miss it and pass it out to his teammate, he can make a 3 points easy bucket. But that's all up to him.
So Mitchell at the line here. 1-and-1, misses the front end. Ball poked away. It's going to stay here with the Hawks. It was off a spin last. So shot clock is off, 26.1 on the game clock. Alfonso is going to come back in. Going to do an offense for defense switch. Ayesi Ito is going to come out. Gill is on the ball. Inbounded. Spin doesn't see it. Here's Allen. Far side. Mitchell. 3 is good. Huge 3 there. Hawk 3 cuts it to a 3-point lead. Raptors will have the ball. Timeout by the Hawks. Both teams, 2 timeouts left. Possession arrow does favor the Hawks. Here's the 3 by Mitchell. Nothing but the bottom of the net. So 3 points to go. 3-point lead here for the Raptors. Shot clock is off. So when we're looking at this team, this Raptors team, the free throws is going to play a huge role here down the stretch. And granted, this isn't a team that has shot the ball the best from the free throw line today, shooting just around 50% on the afternoon. Really important free throw opportunity. I would expect the Raptors to try to find Levy with the ball with how consistent he's been. I would also try to see if they could find Ayesi Ito with the ball. Both of those guys have been really good this afternoon.
Now remember, we have to make sure that we do not give any fouls. Either defensive or offensive foul are off the market. They should not be given. But 21.4 seconds is still a lot of time, and trust me, you can do a lot of those.
You can. And also, I'm assuming that every time we get the ball, we're going to try and hold it, which means that the Hawks are going to try to just foul, send people to the line, and if they can just knock down their free throws, they'll be in a very good spot to win this game.
So Raptors 5 on the court is Abdul-Mateen Robinson, Levy, Gill, Spin, and Ayesi Ito. So the two guys that I really said to keep an eye on are looking to receive this pass. Levy gets it. He's in the corner. He's trapped. Abdul-Mateen Robinson with it. Time coming off the clock, and he is fouled. He will go to the line. So about 5 seconds came off the clock there. Foul is on DeBose. That's his 4th foul. That is the 10th foul for the Hawks. So Raptors in the double bonus here.
Can we just appreciate the Raptors and how they made this game from first half to second half? The difference is just crazy.
Really has been the tale of two halves here. Abdul-Mateen Robinson hits the first one. Chance to make this a 5-point lead. Hawks with 1 timeout left. Makes them both. Clutch free throws there. 15 seconds on the clock. Mitchell with it. Near side Allen. Here's Sword. Pulls up from 3. The lefty makes it.
Wow.
Huge 3.
Sword doing what he's been doing basically the whole entire game, and that is everything. I mean, this guy has had an incredible game so far.
He's what you call an all-round player.
Here's a beautiful angle here. Sword's fadeaway 3. Cutting this down to 2. So 9.4 on the game clock. Raptors lead by 2. Raptors are in the double bonus. Possession arrow towards the Hawks. So, Raptors in a similar position here. Inbounding it underneath their basket here. What are we looking for? Who do we think the Raptors are going to try to get the ball to?
That is a
that's a huge question.
That's a good question. I mean, Levy possibly, Spin, or I would say Abdul-Mateen Robinson as well.
Abdul-Mateen Robinson just hit both of his free throws. I'm interested to see if the Raptors have him inbounded again, because the inbounder is usually the most dangerous guy. That's what they always tell you.
Yep.
So let's keep an eye on it here and see what the Raptors end up doing. Abdul-Mateen Robinson, he's been there. He's done that. Huge possession here for the Raptors, up by 2. The number 12 team in Maryland, in JUCO Division II basketball, trying to hold on to this one after being down 15. Throw down the court to Gill. Gill has it off his foot. He's fouled.
No foul.
No foul
call.
Spin has the ball. Sword with it now. A chance. Here's Mitchell. He shoots it from 3.
Oh.
Short. It's short. The Raptors win. Raptors win.
That was a crazy.
Mitchell with a chance to win this one on a walk-off. Here's the full play in action. Gill looked like he was fouled. It went off his foot. Gill gets it. Looks like he's fouled again. Ball bounces around. It's loose. Mitchell gets it. Takes a couple dribbles from half court. Short. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. That ball was about 8 inches from going down and stunning this crowd here at Montgomery College. Holy smokes, your Raptors are victorious. Man.
That was a crazy ending. I mean, they had to make it a crazy one, didn't they?
They are number 12.
Hey, a win is a win, I guess, huh?
Raptors moving to 20-3 overall, 10-0 at home. And what an incredible finish. That is their 7th win in a row. And wow, what an ending. I want to see that replay again so you can see what happens. Gill looked like he was fouled about 3 times here.
Seriously.
No call.
Again, right here?
That was really clear.
The ball bounces around. Sword actually gets it, who we've talked about. Mitchell chucks one up, and man, ladies and gentlemen,
oh my.
That ball almost shocked everyone in this crowd. Nevertheless, the buzzer goes off. The Raptors move to 20-3. Bradley, what do you have to say after that finish?
You know, as I said before this game started, I was expecting great things, and I got great things.
Yeah, it was an exciting Saturday to say the least. But hey, both teams won.
Yeah.
MC came back from 15. They did what they had to do, and they will, I guess, stay number 12, maybe move up 1 or whatever, but it doesn't matter.
A huge, huge win here for the Raptors as we have the stats being handed to us right now. Run through a couple things just so you know where things ended at. Raptors leading scorer tonight with 15 points was Abdul-Mateen Robinson. He was huge down the stretch. Number 21, Ayesi Odo with several threes. He hit 4 threes tonight. He had 14. He had that clutch one right at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the Raptors could not have done that without this bench play. The bench was huge for Coach Wise. He pulled all the strings to be able to get this team back from down 15, and that was a huge win for this team. A reminder, they will be back in action tomorrow, not at home. They will be at Westmoreland County Community College. Keep track of everything Raptors at mcraptors.com. Gentlemen, before I break us down, anything else you got to share with us? Because, man, we were treated to some great basketball today.
A win is a win. It wasn't easy. They had to come back from a 15-point deficit, but they're showing you they can come back and win. They can take the lead and win. They can really do it anyway. The men's Raptors, they looked good today.
As I've said multiple times, being called number 12 in the whole country, and you're going to be playing in town, in your home court, you have to show that you are worthy of that number.
Well, Bradley, thanks for joining us here in the second half, man. A pleasure. Andre, fantastic working with you, my friend.
Oh, man.
For all things Raptors, keep track of us at mcraptors.com. For everybody at MCTV, a huge shout-out to our amazing camera crew getting all of these awesome shots here tonight, and the team in the truck. A huge shout-out to them as well. Your Raptors move to 20-3 overall, 10-0 at home, 7 wins in a row. Buy stock, ladies and gentlemen. This team is legit. Keep track of their season at mcraptors.com. My name's Caleb Scarborough alongside Andre Anderson and Mr. Bradley De La Pena. Till next time, thanks for tuning in. Go Raptors!